Yeah, don't be fooled by the headline. I think this bloke's got an agenda personally. Hi, it's me again, and I'm seeing this a lot lately, especially from the former BBC boss. There's been a few articles he's put out recently, and it stinks to me. It stinks. Have a look at the headline, and I'll tell you why it stinks to me. Former BBC boss calls for licence fee reform as UK's poorest hit by unfair system. Now, that sounds good. On the outset, that sounds good, because it is an unfair system, and it does hit the poorest most of all. Because at the bottom end, which I'm not far off of, 159 quid a year is a lot of money. To someone like him, it's probably barely lunch most days. But to someone like me, that's a lot of my heating bill covered. That's a lot of diesel I can put in the car to get about. You know, so yeah, you see the headline and you think, oh, former BBC boss is on our side. He's not. Speaking at the House of Lords yesterday, he criticised the BBC's current system for raising funds and called for a fairer method. Poorer people should pay less and the better off more, which to my mind points to a reformed licence fee of some sort or some form of household levy. Such a system would be more suitable than an advertising or subscription-based mode, he added, describing these as difficult. See, it's not on your side at all. All he's trying to do is set it up for a household levy or for it to go on your council tax or for it to go on your payslip. You know, and then the poor will pay less because they earn less, they pay less taxes, and the rich will pay more. There you go. That's what they're pushing for. That's what the BBC want. And they're bringing out everyone they can think of to come out and just start seeding it in the news. And is that fair? Does that sound fair? Because he carries on and he says here, look, such a system would be more suitable than an advertising or subscription-based model. How's that work then? How's that work? How is an advertising or subscription-based model less fair? I don't understand it. Doing advertising, if the BBC just show ads like every other channel, no one would have to pay anything. Surely that's fairer on the poorer, and that's also fairer on the richer people, is it not? Because you ain't got to pay anything to watch it. I don't have to pay ITV to watch it. I have to pay a bloody licence fee to the BBC in order to watch ITV, granted. But ITV is free to access because they show ads. They make their own money. Why do the BBC think they are above having to make their own money? Why do they just believe that we should pay them directly to exist? If you can't earn your money, you don't deserve to exist as a corporation. All other businesses operate, apart from government businesses and stuff, obviously. But if ITV didn't make good stuff to bring in viewers, which in turn brought in advertisers, they would go bust. They're incentivised to try their hardest. The BBC have no incentive whatsoever. They just want you to give them money so they can waste it on their existence. They don't want to earn it. And more of these stories are coming out. They're trying to seed it in people's minds that, oh yeah, we should have a household levy for it. That's a fair way of funding the BBC. No. A fair way of funding the BBC is having the BBC stand on their own 2 feet. Show ads, go to a subscription model, do a hybrid model of both, which I think is where it should go. Keep a couple of TV channels and show ads on them. If you want to watch the premium stuff or stuff as it's new, you pay for your BBC Plus subscription and go and watch it through iPlayer or something. That's a fairer way of doing it. Taxes and levies are not. He told BBC Radio 4's World at One, the licence fee is something that I absolutely believe in. I don't think you can have public service broadcasting without paying for it through the public purse in that way. Well, that's funny because ITV is an official public service broadcaster. You pay nothing to them, they earn their money through advertising. Same with Channel 4. Why do the BBC believe they're above making their own money? And why do we need a public service broadcaster in this day and age anyway? We don't need a government mouthpiece. We have a thing called the internet. And anything the government want to do, they can put out on the internet to reach the people directly if they wanted to do it. A public service broadcaster is not required in today's day. It's not. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, this whole system. And they're keying us up to do a household levy or put it on your broadband or on your council tax or in your payslip or something. That's what they're trying to push for. That's what the BBC want. And it ain't going to bloody happen. It's not. It won't happen. It'll be poll tax all over again, won't it? So what do you think about this then? Do you think I'm right, or do you just think they should just scrap it off? Do you think it's going to go on a household levy? Let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that way, hopefully I'll see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da.